Federal disaster assistance is often vital for rural communities that lack the resources to recover from severe storms on their own. The National Rural Electric Cooperative Association is now leading the charge to reform that process, and CEO Jim Matheson joins us now with the latest. We sure appreciate you being with us. So let's start with some of your main discrepancies with the current state of federal disaster assistance for rural America and why this is so important to electric co-ops.
Well, electric cooperatives, as you know, are owned by the consumers that we serve. We don't have shareholders to absorb any costs. And so when a natural disaster strikes and there's significant repairs, we've had a relationship with FEMA over the years where FEMA helps pay for the cost to restore the system. But it's been a really frustrating agency to work with. And the good news is we have a chance to make it better. President Trump has indicated he wants to make FEMA work better and reform it. So we've got a lot of momentum right now. We want FEMA to be more predictable, to make quick decisions on when they can provide funding for disaster relief. And a big change we're looking for in this legislation that's in Congress right now is we can build it back in a way where the system is better than it was before. You know, if you have a pole that's in a floodplain and it floods out and the pole goes down every couple of years, you want to move that maybe a couple hundred yards one way or the other to avoid it. This legislation will allow us to do something like that.
Gotcha. So what are you calling for when it comes to reforming this model? What exactly needs to happen?
Two or three things, I'd say. Number one, let's make it where it's a predictable process, and we've got legislation in Congress that says once a declaration's been made, they got 120 days to make a decision of FEMA and get funding out. Number two, we can build back in a more resilient way because the current rules say you got to build it exactly as it was before. Well, that doesn't make sense. And finally, if there is a longer term period where the electric cooperatives have put out money to do repairs and they're waiting to get money back from the government, they accrue a lot of interest, and this legislation would allow for the interest to be part of the payment as well. We're really excited. We've got a bipartisan bill that's in Congress by Sam Graves of Missouri. It passed through his committee, the Infrastructure Committee in the House, by a vote of 57-3. But we need to go a lot further to get it signed into law and at the president's desk. And that's why this is a big priority for electric cooperatives.
Jim, expand a bit on the importance of having enhanced disaster assistance for these rural communities who often lack access to just vital resources.
Look, rural co-ops serve sparsely populated areas. These are the hardest, most expensive places to serve in America. So we have large areas to serve with not as many consumers to help pay for it. And again, we're consumer owned. We don't have shareholders. It all goes to the community. So every economic impact that hits an electric cooperative goes directly to the consumer's bill. So when it comes to these disasters, that partnership that NRECA and the electric co-ops have had with FEMA over the years is a critical partnership. We just want to make it work better. And FEMA needs to work better. And as I said, the president's recognized this. He wants to reform FEMA. We've got a chance for Congress to work to do just that. So we're really excited to push this legislation.
All right. The timing might be just right. We appreciate you. CEO of the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association, Jim Matheson. Thanks for being with us.